Good Sunday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Young with an update on what could be one of the biggest winter storms to affect the Carolinas, Georgia, and the entire mid-Atlantic coast in a long time. The models have really converged on the idea of a winter storm affecting the area, so now the question is more becoming what's the timing of the storm and how much moisture will it have and how will that translate into snow totals. So let's first take a look right here. This is the forecast track that I believe that the storm will take. It starts here in the Gulf of Mexico before shifting up the eastern seaboard off of the Outer Banks of North Carolina and the Mid-Atlantic areas before moving on up towards the New England areas. So basically this is the track that I think the storm will take, with the greatest impact being in the Piedmont regions of North Carolina and Virginia, stretching up the eastern seaboard. So what kind of precip can you expect with this? This is what I'm currently thinking as of 8 o'clock tonight. Mainly snow for locations north and west of the surface low track. A nasty mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain in this area, and a rain mainly mixed with a little bit of snow, sleet, and freezing rain at some points along coastal areas. Now this can shift westward or eastward based on the track of the storm, so that will be important to monitor as we move forward. So let's take a look at a couple of the individual models. This is from Penn State's EWAL, and this is the NAM model, and the storm dives on out of the center of the country. Snow is falling at this point. This is Wednesday morning, really early. It actually starts earlier than that on the NAM, around Tuesday morning, and it's accumulating throughout the time period as the storm begins to wrap itself up and strengthen and move up the coast. The NAM has got a very unique solution that will need to be watched. If you look on the 500 millibar vorticity map, it is trying to cut off the low pressure system over the deep south. This does not happen very often. If that was to happen, this is what actually does happen with it. You can see here on the NAM, let me reload the map here. Look at the snowfall totals for the area. There is a high amounts here in these areas. Anywhere shaded in purple, that's greater than 7 inches of snow. So the NAM is really bullish. The GFS is not quite as excited with it, as it keeps a weaker system moving through and does produce a lot of snow on the northwest side before moving the storm out to sea. I believe that the GFS is too far east right now with the storm. I think the NAM and the Euro solutions will be very close to what exactly happened. So let's take a look at the European model right now and just take a look and see what it is showing. The European is showing the storm beginning to develop here in the Gulf of Mexico, and by hour 72, which is 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning, there's a nice area of low pressure developing in the northwest Gulf of Mexico with nice high pressure funneling in plenty of cold air. The European is actually cold enough for this to remain all snow for pretty much locations north and west of Interstate 85. And I believe that the European is right on this. So then it moves the system on up the coast and bombs it out and really produces a lot of heavy snow for a lot of areas. This is what I believe will be closer to reality at the moment. This fits the climatology for this storm. The European has been showing this for a long time, and even the GFS is beginning to move this way. But here's the GFS snowfall totals, and basically it keeps it in the Carolinas, but I believe you can even extend this on up into the mid-Atlantic regions. Virginia will see a lot more snow from this system than the GFS is showing. Why do I believe that? Here is the ensemble member from the 18Z run, and the accumulations are way higher. Now this is not snowfall accumulation you are looking at. This is actually precipitation accumulation, so we got to transfer this into snow. Basically anywhere in the blue through the Piedmont of North Carolina, that's greater than 3/4 of an inch of rain. Translate that into snow, that could easily be 7 to 8 inches of snow on the ensemble mean. So this is quickly turning into a very big storm. Now another important thing to track will be the 500 millibar low, as we were talking about earlier. Here on the NAM, the 500 millibar low dives deep into the south and interacts with the northern stream. That's the key to producing the big storm that produces a lot of very heavy snow. The interactions between these two streams will increase the upper level energy and dynamics that will help to enhance snowfall rates and also increase the amount of moisture that's able to be wrung out by the system. A very interesting trend that will need to be watched as we move forward through this storm system. So here's my first call map. Now do not get caught up on the totals. They will change. This is just to give you an idea that this is going to be a very, very big storm. I've got a 6 to 12 inch swath through the mountains and foothills of North Carolina up into Virginia, with another swath of 4 to 8 inches through the Charlotte metro region on up into Winston-Salem and on through Virginia and into parts of the upstate of South Carolina. 3 to 6 inches for the Raleigh-Durham area, and then a quick 1 to 3 inches for the coast with ice. The key is how much ice is in the storm. Right now, we really don't know how much ice will be mixing in with this storm due to the cold air damming with that high pressure. So these are all questions that will need to be answered as we move forward. Once again, do not get caught up on the individual totals. That's not what this map is for. This map is to give you an idea that this is going to be a very, very big storm system. So you need to begin to take precautions now to prepare for this. This will begin to start, looks roughly here in the mid-Atlantic and the southeast around Tuesday morning. So tomorrow, be preparing for this winter storm, be preparing for power outages, and just be ready for a major winter storm. I will continue to update you here on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, WxJordan.com. You can check all these resources out. I will keep you updated with the latest model trends, what exactly is going on with this storm. This is a dynamic and changing storm. The storm system is actually moving in on the coast as we speak, so we will continue to keep you updated. I will have updates throughout the evening and through the day tomorrow on this storm system, so stay tuned to WxJordan. Thank you for listening. Have a great evening.